Welcome back. Time now for news from the left. Time magazine putting this tweet out about a lawsuit that was dismissed by a Virginia court against the book called Gender Queer by Maya Kobabe on Tuesday. Now, try to follow this train wreck of woke pandering all in one tweet. Time spoke to gender queer author and illustrator Maya Kobabe about ear work, the efforts to restrict access to ear writing, and what A make of the current cultural moment. They didn't give us any forewarning. They just used all of that crap to appease one psychopath that goes by those pronouns. That's why that sounds so confusing. So to the however many people follow Time magazine, I mean, it's a crap magazine now anyway, but somebody follows it. They don't care about any of them. They just use all of those things for this non-binary asexual person who has ear, a, whatever as their pronouns. This book apparently has explicit images of masturbation and sexual experiences in it. There was a suit that's seek to label it as obscene and restrict the sale of it to minors in the state of Virginia. And I will say something, even though it is an obviously ridiculous book and it's obviously a ridiculous person that wrote it, it was right not to censor the book, because you don't censor any books. You just don't shove that book into a kid's face in a classroom and force them to read this stupid crap. But if you want to write a book like that, write it, get it published. Just don't force children to read it in school. Moving on, Biden's Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm says the administration's manufactured low oil supply is an opportunity.
Ultimately, it demonstrates that we have to move to clean, reliable energy. And that's why he's really put a big emphasis on moving in that direction so that we can, plug in electric vehicles and have solar panels and all of that.
Another beauty from Haircut with a Mouth. This is how stupid they think you are. They're still saying this stuff. They're still acting like, oh, we don't know why there's not enough oil in this country, but it's a great opportunity to push our green energy bills and force everybody to get into electric cars. They think you're that dumb. And finally, we could have our latest fake racial outrage story. It's been a little while. We need one. The media duped again, perhaps by our newest Jussie Smollett. I don't know. 19-year-old Duke volleyball player Rachel Richardson is alleging that a BYU fan called her a racial slur multiple times during their match on Friday. Naturally, Good Morning America threw her on TV immediately without vetting the story at all. Take a listen to her side.
At first, it was kind of like did I hear that right? Like, I didn't really believe it. The next time I went back to serve, I was like, okay, yep, I definitely heard that right. I immediately just told one of my most trusted teammates, and I was like, I just heard someone use a racial slur, to address me.
Now, who knows, right? Yes, of course, it looks like another example of the systemic racism that this horrible country continues to exhibit, but we've seen so many of these turn out to be totally fake. And according to BYU Police Sergeant Richard Lorson, who was apparently standing right next to the accused man, he did not make any racial remarks, including in the fourth set when Richardson said she heard a slur while she was serving in front of the student section. Other outlets have not been able to find anybody to corroborate this young woman's story. Nobody heard racial slurs, and they've interviewed several people that were in the stands in the student section. That sergeant, by the way, also said the accused man during the game was talking to him more than he was actually cheering, which perhaps indicate that he doesn't really care about the game. I don't know why he was there, so I don't know what to make of that. But the fan was not a student and has been banned for life from all BYU athletic venues, even though there's no verification of the story at this point. So make of it what you will. I guess we'll find out if it's another Jussie Smollett.